Hello friends, this is Dr. Mahantesh S. Swami. I welcome you all to this new series of lectures on numerical analysis. This series of lectures will be consisting of 60 sessions, and in these 60 sessions I will be dealing with some of the important topics of numerical analysis such as numerical differentiation, numerical integration, numerical solution of initial value problems, predictor corrector methods, and numerical solution of boundary value problems. So therefore, I request you to have a continuous look at this series of lectures so that you can have a better knowledge of all these concepts of numerical analysis. So this is the first session. In this session, I would like to introduce one of the very important concept of numerical analysis, that is numerical differentiation. Before going to start this topic of numerical differentiation, I would like to introduce some of the basic concepts of numerical analysis which we have already covered. One of the most important topic in numerical analysis is interpolation. So all of you know what is meant by interpolation and what is the advantage of the interpolation. For example, we have a function y equal to f of x. So here the variable y is a dependent variable. It depends on the independent variable, that is x. So the dependence of y on x may or may not be known explicitly. That is, we may or may not be given with the definition of this function y equal to f of x. Instead of that, we may be given with a table of values by our observation. That is, with the help of some practical observation, we can have this type of table. That is, we can have the values of x, that is some discrete values of x, say for example x0, x1, x2, x3, xn. So on each of these discrete values of x, we have the corresponding value of the variable y, that is the corresponding values of the function y, and these values may be listed as y0, that is y0 is the value of y corresponding to x equal to x0, y equals to y1 corresponding to x equal to x1, y is equal to y2 corresponding to x equals to x2. Similarly, y equals to y3 corresponding to x equal to x3, y equals to yn corresponding to x equal to xn. So like this, we are having a discrete set of values of y at the discrete set of values of x. With the help of this table, we can now estimate the value of y. We can estimate the value of y corresponding to any value of x, that is xr. Here this xr is any value of x which is other than these x0, x1, x2, x3, xn. We know the value of y at these values of x. Now XR is one such value which is apart from these n plus 1 values of x. That is, XR may be somewhere here, or XR may be somewhere here, or it may be anywhere, either inside the table or it may also be present outside the table. So now our objective is to find the value of y corresponding to the value of x equal to xr. That is the most important task we do in numerical analysis. So the first and foremost process is called as interpolation. So interpolation is the process of finding the value of y equal to f of x corresponding to a particular value x equal to xr, which lies within the table, that is, which is in the range x0 to xn. That is, xr here, it should be in between xn and x0. That is, in between x0 and xn, the value xr should be present. So if that is the case, then the process of finding the value of y corresponding to this xr is known as interpolation. This is very important thing we have to note down here. Instead of knowing the definition of y equals to f of x, we don't know what actually the relation between y and x is. We don't know the definition of y explicitly in terms of x. Even then, we are able to calculate the value of y at a desired value of x, say xr. That is the importance of interpolation, that we do only with the help of this table, that is, which is being displayed over here. Now if the value of x is outside the table, for example xr is the point at which we want to estimate the value of y is outside the table, is somewhere here, or it may be either in the beginning or in the end of the table, that is outside the table, then that process is called as extrapolation. That is the most important thing which we have already seen. That is, extrapolation is the process of finding the value of y equal to f of x corresponding to any xr which is lying outside the interval x0 to xn. So these are the two important processes which we have seen. For example, here is one simple thing I have displayed over here. You please look at this table. With the help of this table, we can estimate the value of y at some value of x which is not 0, not 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So apart from these values of x, we may choose x is equal to, say for example, 1. So what is the value of y when x is equal to 1? That process of finding the value of y at x is equal to 1 is called as interpolation, because the value of this particular value of x is in between 0 and 1, that is, in the table we are having this x is equal to 1. So therefore the process is interpolation. For example, we want to calculate the value of y corresponding to x is equal to, for example, we want to calculate the value of y at x is equal to minus 0. For example, 2. This point minus 0.2 is outside the range 0 to 10. That is, the point x is equal to minus 0.2 is outside the given table. Therefore, the process of finding the value of y at this point is called as extrapolation. So this is how we have discussed about the interpolation and extrapolation. Now we are having two important interpolation formulae. They are Newton's forward interpolation formula and Newton's backward interpolation formula. And we know that when the point xr is near the beginning of the table, when the point xr at which we are intended to find the value of y, that is, we want to find y at xr, and this xr, if it is near the beginning of the table, we use this formula, Newton's Gregory forward interpolation formula. If the value of xr is near the end of the table, then it is advised to use Newton's Gregory backward interpolation formula. We all know that in the Newton's forward interpolation formula, the forward differences are used. That is delta f of x or delta y of x, delta square y of x, delta cube y of x, and so on and so forth. Whereas in the Newton's backward interpolation formula, the backward differences are being used. That is del of f of x, del square of f of x, and so on and so forth. So these are the two important formulae we have studied in our previous course. Now, let us move on to what is meant by numerical differentiation. So numerical differentiation with the background of interpolation formulae, now it is the time for us to look at the definition of numerical differentiation. So let us read this paragraph. The process of evaluating the approximate numerical value of the derivative of the function y equal to f of x at some value of x, say for example x is equal to xr, simply by using the given set of values of y, namely y0, y1 dot 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 yn, corresponding to the given discrete values of x, namely x0, x1, x2 dot 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 xn respectively. So that process is called as numerical differentiation. So once again, we have to understand here that we are now in a position of evaluating the derivative of the dependent variable y with respect to the independent variable x at some value, say for example xr, with the help of the table of values which is being given to us. So here also it is not necessary that we should know the explicit definition of y equal to f of x. We have already seen that when the definition of y equal to f of x is given, then the process of evaluating the derivative is very simple. For example, if we are given with y equal to, say for example, x cube, and it is asked to find what is the value of y dash at 1, say for example, then what will we do? We first differentiate the given function, that is y equal to x cube. So what will be our answer? Our answer will be 3x square. So y dash will be 3x square. Now it is advised to put x is equal to 1. So that implies y dash at 1 will be simply 3 into 1 square, that is 3. So this is a very simple technique, that is the analytical technique, and it is very easy to estimate the derivative of y at any desired value if we are given with the explicit definition of the function y equal to f of x. But in the situation where we don't have this type of definition, that is, if we are not given with the explicit definition of y equal to f of x, that is, if we are not given with just like y equal to x cube, which we were given in the previous case, if we are not having such type of thing, then it is not possible to estimate the derivative using the analytical method. So in such case, we have to go for the numerical technique, and that is called as, that process is called as numerical differentiation. So what actually this numerical differentiation is? Numerical differentiation will use the suitable interpolating polynomial. That is, we will not do anything else. We will simply start with the interpolation formula. That is, we will have the interpolation polynomial in hand, and we will differentiate that as many times as we desire. That is, if we require y dash, we differentiate it only one time. If we require y double dash, we differentiate the same interpolating polynomial 2 times, and so on so forth. So it is very important here to decide which interpolating formula is to be chosen. That is either Newton's forward interpolation formula or Newton's backward interpolation formula. So once again, I request you people to look at this statement. Here, for example, the derivative of y is required at the point xr, which is near the beginning of the table, then we use Newton's forward interpolation formula. On the other hand, if the point xr at which y dash is to be computed, is near the end of the table, then we are advised to use this NBIF, that is Newton's backward interpolation formula. So one more important thing we have to remember here, that these two formulae, that is Newton's forward interpolation formula NFIF and Newton's backward interpolation formula NBIF, we can use them only when the given table is in such a way that the values of x are equally spaced. That is, the difference between two consecutive values of x is constant. So that is one more condition we are having here to use these two formulae, that is Newton's forward interpolation formula and Newton's backward interpolation formula. We will have these two formulae in hand, and we will differentiate the suitable formula, either NFIF or NBIF. We will differentiate that with respect to R, and we will get the respective numerical differentiation formula. So that we will discuss in the next session in detail. That is how to get the Newton's, how to use the Newton's forward interpolation formula to get the new numerical differentiation formula. So with this, let me conclude to this session. I hope you understood what is meant by numerical differentiation and how this can be done. So I request you people to refer this textbook, which is being written by me and which is published by Sri Siddlingeshwara Publications, and please have a look at this book for further details. So with this, let me stop. Thank you very much.